What kind of yard work do you like to do?
All of it.
All of
This
it.
past weekend, I used a leaf blower, gathered all my leaves up, got rid of them.
Oh, that's
It's really satisfying.
Yeah.
I only wear overalls when I do yard work. Just overalls. No shirt, just overalls.
Underwear?
No,
Oh.
just overalls.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yeah,
No one.
just overalls.
Is it so you could get a nice like tan?
The tan's hideous.
What do you?
It's just breezy and comfy.
Is it a tan his taint?
I mean,
It's just it's a full leg pant.
I
know,
thought
that's why she's confused.
Right. What would you tan?
well, because if
No,
you
no,
wear a
I mean,
t-shirt,
like,
you'll
I
have a
mean,
farmer's tan.
Yeah, I got but it's the most hideous,
Yeah, it's a square.
it's a square, and then
Square,
like there's
yeah.
no
You
shoulders.
should go to
But
a
it's
tanning salon.
But it's
and
breezy.
take
It's
that
like,
with you and
excuse me.
wear it.
Excuse me, I'd like your best overall tan, please.
Yeah.
I'd like an overall tan.
But apparently, I completely forgot. Thank you. We live on a corner lot, and then I went to go do like some help in the community, like help our park, and I wore my overalls. And everyone's like, "Oh, overalls guy, there you are!" And my whole neighborhood knows me as like,
Oh, you're that
the
guy.
overalls
Well,
guy.
because every time you're outside doing stuff, you're in overalls.
just a bright pink boy in only overalls.
Your little shrimp man over
Hey,
there.
look, there's a pink boy in the overalls. What's he doing?
You had to. You chose to wear overalls
It was those overalls.
for
Yeah.
something we did.
Someone's
Yeah.
talking over there. We did. We were matching. We had
did
had
match.
big dad energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you own a leaf blower?
Yes.
What's the going rate for those these days?
Electric.
Electric. I
Plug-in?
bought. It's got a battery.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. I bought it like a year and a half ago.
I need a leaf blower.
I think I want to say it was $70.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad
It's
at
a
all.
DeWalt.
Ooh.
Oh, the reason I bought it, I remember now. I already had like one of those little handheld saws, a Sawzall, and it was also a DeWalt. And I realized they use the same battery. I was like, I could buy the
That's how
leaf blower,
they-
and I've
that's
already
how
got.
they get
Right,
you.
I've already got the
That's
battery.
Smart.
You
That's
commit to
smart.
one brand, and then you can change all the batteries.
Yeah,
That's how
I've
they
been
get
going
you.
through this
That's how they
thing
get you.
recently where I feel like I've always had some dad energy, but it's
Picking up.
picking up
How old are you
lately.
now?
I'm 27.
Oh yeah, it picks up.
I'm gonna be 28 in February. In just a few weeks.
You're February baby too.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
19th. I'm a
22nd.
Pisces.
Pisces.
What's your
Pisces,
moon?
yeah.
Here, here.
Virgo.
All right.
Virgo moon. And I don't remember what my rising is, but anyway. And so I've gotten into this thing where I'll be like, oh, I need to get this done. I need to do this thing. Like the most recent thing was that my girlfriend went to go get her oil changed, and then she needed one of her like headlights burnt out. And it was like $300 to change headlights.
Right.
And I was just like, I'm going to do it. And she was just like, I don't. I was like, don't you worry, sweetheart. I got you.
Daddy's got you.
Daddy's got you.
Put
And
one
so
of
I
those straws in
spent-
your mouth.
I spent like 2 days watching YouTube videos.
It's only big dad energy though if you yelled at her while she was holding the flashlight.
Oh no, I would have bought a headlamp. I bought a headlamp. I didn't need her.
Oh God.
Mariel under her car just being like, son of a bitch, god damn
Oh,
it.
yeah,
To the
no,
left.
fully.
To the left.
Yeah.
And it was so funny too because I come home with this headlamp and she was like, when are you going to need this headlamp? She was like, how many times are you ever going to need this
I can think of
headlamp?
something you can do with that headlamp.
And I was like, yep.
Cave diving.
And so then this car problem arose, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I need that headlamp. And so I was out there for 2 days changing her headlights. And it took me probably about 6 hours in between the 2 days. Oh my God. I will never
Was
do
it
it again.
was it one of those cars that you have to do a ton of disassembly to
Yes.
get? Oh, I
It's a-
fucking hate that.
Because I drive a Honda, so I've taken out my own headlights and like switched them over in my CRV. But she drives a Subaru Outback, and you literally have to get under the wheel well and then like
Fuck.
reach backwards and do it. And so it was like the process was easy. It wasn't that it was like a hard thing to do. It was just so many stupid little things that like you had to do before you could get to the fucking headlight.
I
And
think
too
they
far
do
to
that on
reach.
purpose to discourage you from doing
Right.
it yourself.
Right.
Like they just make it as inconvenient as like, yeah, you can do it,
Right.
but they make it as
But you're not
inconvenient
gonna
as
want it.
possible.
Yeah. It was so funny too because I was out there doing it, and my neighbor comes out, and this is like day 2. I'm on
Yeah.
there, and he comes out and he's like, "Hey, you need any help?" And I look back at him and I was like, "Nah, dude, I got it." And then sat out there for like another 4 hours.
Yeah.
Drew's overall guy, and
Yeah.
you're headlamp girl.
I'm a headlamp girl.
By
And then,
our powers combined, we are a Home Depot.
yeah. But
I
then
thought you were gonna say something else.
my girlfriend knows better now though because she she understands when I get into these moods that I just like have to do it, and she just has to leave me to my own devices.
Very dad energy.
Yeah, and so she was just like, all right, like, well, I'm gonna take your car, I'm gonna go do some things, and I was like, all right, yeah. I was like, you're gonna come back, the car's gonna be
She's gonna go get her hair did.
yeah, I was like, the car's gonna be on the front lawn on cinder blocks with a bunch of Mexicans and me sitting around drinking beer, just being like, I don't know, it didn't fucking work.
It's just parts now.
I'm just parked now.
It was 139, by the way.
Ah,
I
Oh.
will commend you though for fucking around with cars, because that is one thing I could never fuck with.
I think I like tinkering and I like doing little things like that, and
I'm having trouble hearing you.
That scared the shit out of me.
Dude, I totally thought you farted.
oh yeah, my farts just sound like cereal.
That's a
That
sound
was
she would
so
change.
Weird.
Fuck the laughs.
Anyway.
Farts.
I
Yeah.
don't even know why that happened.
So you like tinkering?
I love tinkering and I love like fixing things and what?
What was the-
This is
Oh,
Siri.
And
pretending
so
to
like
watch
it just
again.
and I get such a sense of accomplishment when I do something and I do it right and like I know it's gonna work.
Oh, I feel so good at the end, but mid-process, like,
oh god, it's the most
like
frustrating
while
thing.
I'm throwing a wrench, just, like, just
Yeah.
like can't handle it.
Yeah, I enjoy doing that kind of stuff too. For a while, like years ago, I wanted to learn more about cars, so I bought an old 1964 Chevy pickup, and I was like,
I wanted one.
yeah, I was like, as stuff breaks, I'll fix it, and I'll learn about cars. Terrible idea. I learned about cars, but it's like you never had a
what
reliable
cost?
vehicle, right? It was
Right.
constantly breaking down. I remember at one point I parked in front of Jeff's house. I was like, oh, I need a new fuel pump. I'm gonna just swap my fuel pump out now. while
At
I'm
Jeff's house?
Jeff's house. It spilled gas everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like,
man.
oh yeah, there's still gas in the lines and in the engine, huh? Oh well,
Yeah.
it's all over Jeff's yard now.
All
Not my
car
problem.
stuff. I'm just like, I'm gonna pay someone to do this.
Oh.
Nah,
'Cause
it's
I
some,
cannot.
I don't know. There's some kind of deep
You can
satisfaction about
YouTube
it.
most of it. You can
Yeah,
watch like
you
3
really
YouTube videos and figure it out.
Yeah, but is it worth it? It's like electrical work or plumbing. Like that shit's complicated. And if you fuck it up, it's bad.
It's electrical work's actually pretty straightforward.
You just gotta make
Michael-
sure that you
Michael used to
just-
do it.
You just have
True.
to make sure the power's off. Like that's
Yeah.
the number one thing about electrical's just like
Don't get
whatever.
electrocuted.
And then like the fixtures aren't expensive, so if you do wire it wrong, it just like blows, and you're like, oh, oops, like
Yeah.
buy
Yeah.
a new one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know.
It's pretty.
man.
It's electrical work's actually really straightforward, and you save a lot of money by doing it yourself. Like once I
True.
started,
are insane.
It is
once I
very
started-
overpriced.
At first, when I bought a house, like I would hire electricians to do stuff. Then I started like just like you said, looking it up on YouTube or trying
Yeah.
to figure it out. I was like, holy shit,
Oh yeah.
this is way cheaper just to do it myself.
That's
Right.
why you get a boyfriend.
Well, that's the thing,
Trevor's
Barb, you
installed so much stuff for
you
me.
just- he has the big dad energy.
He
Right.
does.
You can't.
Although
have big
I
dad
installed a
energy.
bunch of stuff too.
Oh, yeah?
Not electrical, but like cosmetic, I
Ooh.
guess. But he did all the like, electrical stuff.
Nice.
I remember you
because
talking
it's
about your blinds and almost like falling to your death on your stairwell or something.
Yeah. worth it. I did it.
Hey,
Beautiful. They're beautiful.
I also, yeah, I installed my own blinds and like the motion of holding a drill up like this
oh yeah.
for hours. I had the fucking sorest forearms. It was like I was a kid in high school, was just jerking it all weekend. Just like stiff as a rock. It was great. And I was in so much pain, but it was I felt so accomplished.
Oh yeah.
That's
My
the
dream is to like we'll do what Gus did and just get a Bronco, like a Ford Bronco, and just hopefully either that a Ford Bronco or a GMC
Like a-
Yukon. That's what I drove in high school, and I missed that car so much. So if anyone out there is selling a GMC Yukon, like 96 or earlier, or Ford Bronco, like 80-ish.
Those Broncos
Yeah.
flip though.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They'll
I know.
just turn over.
I don't know. I'm not gonna
Like a-
drive
like a
it. I'm
real
just gonna
Bronco.
leave it in
Yeah,
my
like a real Bronco.
front yard.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
On
Cinder
display.
blocks and
Cinder
stuff.
blocks.
What talked me out of a classic car because I was like, I'm gonna get a C10. I'm gonna fix it up, and my girlfriend was like, you know they don't have air conditioning, right? And I was like, I'm gonna buy a new Tacoma.
Yeah, my 64 Chevy had no air conditioning, and it got 8 miles to the gallon.
Oh, my
God.
god.
It was and
Woohoo!
it was
Yeah.
not great.
I remember being surprised to hear that you had a truck. Because I knew when I first met you, I think you had your Prius already.
When you came to Austin, yeah, it was
2011.
right around then. Yeah, I had
End of
Prius was pretty
2011.
new.
But to me, Gus and his Prius, that was like very much him. And then when I heard he had a truck, a pickup truck, I was like, what?
Didn't it have a vanity plate too?
It had like a classic plate, like a
Oh, okay.
like a from that year, a 64
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
license
It
plate.
just seemed like two different personalities. Because the Prius was like very clean and very like environmentally friendly and all this stuff. And then you had this like old,
That thing was a
junky
beast.
pickup
It
truck.
was a junkie.
Wasn't it?
It was clean. Was it clean?
By the end, it ran well.
Okay.
Eventually, after a lot of sweat, it was really embarrassing too because sometimes it wouldn't start. Like the starter would seize up, so I'd have to like open the hood and get like a wrench and just like bang on the starter.
It wasn't junky.
And then it would start. But it's, I remember at one point, obviously before I was married, I was out on a date and the truck wouldn't start. I'd be like, hold on. I had to like pull a wrench out from under the seat and pop the hood and like,
I feel like that would like increased your chances. Like
I don't know if
She was
I'd
not
wanna,
into it.
I don't know if I'd want to go on a date with someone who just has a wrench.
a janky truck. What's this wrench
available.
for? It's for beating
like,
my starter
yeah,
with.
I'm going to go fix it. Okay. Bang, bang, bang.